Good morning, I'm JuicyJones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and welcome to Vaping Dawn to Dusk. Happy Saturday, all you vapors. Let me get my chat window up so I can talk to y'all. I need you to tell me, how is the audio? Can you hear me? I reset the entire studio, turned it around since the last time I was on air, and so I have no idea if you guys can hear me. I hope so. I'm getting a chat window up. Yay, look. There's Polish Vapes UK. Josh, Milkman John, great to see everybody. Thank you, guys. Hold on one second. Let me get your chat a little bit bigger here so I can see and talk to you. Because you guys are so awesome. So today, we're going to talk about stuff I've gotten. I'll tell you what happens, or what's been going on this fall. We're going to try to get Owen on the phone. And I think I'm just going to give you an idea of what we're going to be looking at next here. Let me just make sure everything is all set up here. Like I said, I'm barely ready, but this is just our relaxed Saturday show. This is Vaping Dawn to Dusk, where you wake up with me on Saturday and we just hang out. In a little while, we're going to have a Skype call with Owen, and I hope that you are drinking tea. Let me show you what's going on down here on the desk. I've got some beard grooming supplies, but oh, that's right, I forgot. My new TFV8 Big Baby is here. And so I was going to show you guys this thing, which if you're interested, because look what I did to my TFV8. Yeah, second time. It's only glass, so whatever. So let me just pop that off. Bang, bang. And then get my chat window up. Okay, there you guys are. You guys are awesome. So it's so great to see you. Welcome back to Vaping Dawn to Dusk, Saturday morning. Oh my gosh, I am so tired this morning. We were up late last night just meeting with our in-laws. One of the things that I want to say first is that it is such a sad day for the Orbital Vaping Headquarters family and for me, because William Effer, 225 Raging Cajun, died last week. And he was always such a kind guy to me, and he was always so friendly, and he was a super loyal viewer of this show, and we chatted all the time on Facebook, and I'm just going to miss him. And I just wish his whole family love to all of you, and we're thinking about y'all, and I've got no right to be upset for myself or anybody else. It's up to all of y'all to, you guys have to keep on living, and I know it's been hard for everybody, but William was a very loved guy, and he was very, very kind, and I just love him. He just, they had bad floods in Louisiana, and they all got evacuated out. He got to get his cat at least, and I sent him a whole bunch of like building supplies and some juice and stuff just as a like stopgap to get him going. And so that was just a few months ago. Anyway, I love that guy. He was really nice. And anyway, we had a lot of nice conversations. So anyway, I want to talk about that. I want to vape to William because you're just such a great guy. And God, he was a really nice guy. So let's celebrate. That was a good one. I have this thing on low, don't I? Yeah. And besides that, it's just been a while since I've been able to get on because there's been a lot of family stuff going on, some bad health junk, and I've had to rearrange the studio. You can tell we're facing a different direction now. Everything's all rearranged. And although I did get a new camera, if you can tell, the camera should look a little better. I hope you guys, I guess you guys can see me? I believe you can. Yeah, someone said amen, so you must be able to hear me. So, God, I'm really upset about William. It's really not my place to be that upset, but he was a friend of mine, and I've only known him since January or something when he found our channel, and I just feel lucky. I knew him that long. So, I said I wouldn't cry. And I'm going to try not to cry on air. That's not good. So, I hope everybody is great. Let me see who's hanging out here. Look at everybody. Hey, there's Chase, Carlos, Bob. Hey, Bob. Neil, Luke, Ryan, everyone. And I didn't give anybody any notice or anything. And I've just been really ill. And there's been more than one illness in our family all over the place. This has been a really bad fall since right before my birthday until recently. It's been bad. And not just for me. So anyway, you know, it's weird because I'm kind of one track sometimes where I can only do one thing at a time, and I hadn't even looked at Facebook, and especially because of the elections, to be honest, I didn't look at Facebook or any news stuff from like September up till like last week because I just couldn't stand it. So So that all being said, I'm really sorry. And I feel like I've let you down just for having a big gap, but I'm just going to keep making shows. That's what we do here. We're going to keep on meeting up and hanging out with you, y'all, all y'all. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in. It's really great. Oh, there's Doug. That's cool. Okay. So let me see here. The stream looks like it's doing decent. My thing's on mute. I hope you guys can hear me. Luke's, I'm sorry. Owen says he's on his way home. How are you doing, Luke? I want Luke to chime in because I know he's here. I have a feeling that he's in a normal schedule now, so it's kind of like evening time there. I might be getting ready to go to bed for a change here. So, what kind of junk have I gotten lately? Since the last time I talked to you guys, I've gotten some stuff. I've gotten some, let's see. Is my desk cam working? We'll be taking a chance here, won't we? I've gotten a little 80 watt LiPo 5000 mAh device, which is really awesome. This is from eLeaf. It's an iPower device. And I've gotten a beard comb. You already knew about this, actually. I just do my toiletry work right here on camera in front of you guys live, if you don't mind. It's time for a little bit of a groom. I'm just looking at myself on camera and I'm seeing that I don't look as good as I could. Okay. Back to the desk. So, I've got beard oil, obviously. What am I doing? Why don't I use this stuff? But the thing I'm really excited about is two things, honestly. It's the Noisy Cricket 2. That smells delicious. The Noisy Cricket 2 and the TFV8 Big Baby. I love the Big Baby. And, gosh, I'm almost ashamed of how much I love this thing because I wanted to avoid them, as you guys remember. I can probably pop up to a full-size view here. So, are you working autofocus? Jink. So as you can see, I totally smoked my TFV8 again. This is the second one. I broke one of them on the air. And then I replaced the glass and I put it back in here. And I've been going through every single tank in my retinue lately. The Monster. I can't get these out without screwing up the things. The Griffin and the Eagle, which I still need to review the Eagle. The Heracles, RTA2, the Aromomizer, which is old as hell, Crown, all the other ones around here. Here's my Griffin 25, my Moonshots, the Theorem. Like every tank, I've been going through all these tanks, and this one I love the most. I can't believe it. Like, I'm kind of a flavor chaser. I'm not like a huge cloud chaser, and I hate how much juice this consumes. But I end up using it the most. So anyway, when I broke that, I bought the Big Baby. And the Big Baby is a 24 millimeter, 16 grams or 17 grams of weight of this thing. It's truly good. They probably should have done it of their own, before at the factory, guys. You ever thought of that? What I do with it, it was just sitting right here. Where's my example, guys? You lost it, Eli. Did I seriously drop another TFV8? Well, anyway, I need to vape on this thing. I absolutely adore this thing. This right here, they shaved off like an entire huge piece of steel that was right here at the bottom, at the base, and they trimmed this up. And the top is a little, you can tell they've shaved weight everywhere. And they've also reduced the width of all this. The RBA isn't as good on this. I have the RBA, and I've built it and vaped on it for a whole day. But anyway, this is great. Probably the best sub-ohm tank for me anyway. But this is the other thing I wanted to show you guys. For any of you guys have seen this. Hey everybody. Hey Jay, Gary, Flavor Hunter. Hi, hi. All right. Oh, there's Chase. Nice to see you. This is a Noisy Cricket 2. And the Noisy Cricket 2 is awesome. Totally. This thing has like a little circuit in it that lets you switch it from series to parallel. Which I suppose a push button would be nicer, but this thing, what I love about this is that it's idiot proof. They've increased the safety of this thing by a billion. The first thing you notice with this is that this is made of real steel, and it's amazing. They put a real 510 on it. It has all the protections you need, reverse polarity protection and the overcharge protection, 10-second protection. It has a light inside the button that shows you how much battery is remaining, which mine's almost dead, and a little voltimeter on it, a potentiometer rather. And it's shaped like a teardrop. So it's wide right here and narrower here. And so you get you can put a 24, even a fat RDA fits on here. The largest atomizers fit on here. It's exactly 24, or is it exactly 24 and a half? Let's check it out. It's 25, yeah, 25 exactly. So you can put absolutely anything on here and it looks good. Even 22s don't look weird on this at all, I don't think. I'll just pick a random one. And, you know, 22 millimeter tanks look just absolutely fine on this. This is really one of the best things Wismix has done. I think they have like plenty of like research from that terrible Noisy Cricket 1 that was awful, and so they really did a much better job. So this has a real 510, all the circuit protections. I need to put new batteries in mine, and I have just a ton of batteries sitting over here. I'm going to grab some of them. I think I'm going VTC4. Yeah. Yep. And it's idiot proof. You put both batteries in the exact same direction. I love that. That thing clips on. It's solid. It's made of metal. You can activate this button super easily. And so that's a place where they really didn't succeed completely on the safety. But unlike all of the rest of the Noisy Crickets, the original ones, this one you can turn it off. So if I fire that 5 times, that's off. I can completely stick this in my pocket now. Like, that's fantastic. 5 times there. And the color is white, meaning I believe I'm in parallel. Yeah, I'm in parallel. So I want to go to series. And the light will turn red. Nope, I have to I have to change this. Right now it's in. It has 2 modes when you're in series. One of them is direct mode. And one of them, the red mode, uses the potentiometer, which is very important. There we go. Back up top. Anyway, that's what I've been playing with lately. These 2 things. Yummy. I've got the air turned way too high. I mean, I can turn this thing way the hell up. This is on the 3-coil factory coil that came with this little guy. I don't vape like that though, but it does. I tell you, I went through probably like a millimeter of juice just that vape. So I don't like vaping like that. It's getting hot too, so I don't think it likes that. And I don't have a meter on this thing, so I can't tell you what the actual vape wattage is, but batteries are new. It's probably 130 watts. It's too much. But I love this thing. I need to turn the air down. It's all good. Anyway, let's talk more. Oh my God, it's going to vape out in here. It's going to be crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to call our buddy Owen, because he just sent me a Skype message saying, hey man, I'm at home, call me on Skype. But I haven't done this since I rearranged the studio, and it was working before we did this. We'll see if it works now. I need you guys to tell me if you can hear him. Why? Let's see. So I didn't ask. Whatever. I totally had to reconfigure all this stuff. Lol.
Lol.
Lol. Oh, there we go. Dude, so...
It's cold now, so it looks good to have, you know, my own homemade scarf, shall you say.
Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy, actually. That shocks me. That mad shocks me. I didn't... I didn't realize it was that long. It looks kind of cool like that, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Dude,
Definitely.
I was like, this is actually just a waiting thing. Anyway, so the TF8 was overpowering that, and then I put it on this Noisy Cricket 2, and I was like, oh my god, that's great, but still too big. It was like carrying a firearm, really. And then, but now with the TFE8 Big Baby, I wasn't really interested in the TFE8 Baby Beast, the 22 version. I didn't think that was my bag.
Well, in the chat, they're claiming.
Yeah, I guess everybody's coming. For you guys who came back, I'm so sorry. First of all, this is we're sitting here sort of remembering our friend William Effler, who passed away last week, which is sad. And we're just catching up and talking about the gear that we've got. And I guess I should tell everybody that I just had some bad health problems and could not do my show. And we were, everyone has family things that go on. And
What up, Greg?
there's no way for me to know exactly what's going on. Sometimes it's just things between you and Google. Other times it's things on your computer. Okay. All right. I see the Hater Patrol is on today. It's so funny being literally like the smallest YouTube channel in the history of YouTube and then having so many haters. It's bizarre to me. I don't take it personally, but whatever. All right, there we go. Yeah, well, you're beautiful. The frame rate ought to be okay. I lowered it. So it'll take like a few seconds for these guys to tell us. Wah. So the next thing that I'm going to do probably is, now that I've got this all set up and I'm back on my feet, is, I could do like a big, like sexy review of the Noisy Cricket too, but really I just want to tell everyone to run, don't walk. I mean, the thing like has a significant weight, and I'm so sad that you couldn't get your hands on one. That makes me laugh, because I think that we talked about that like almost the minute I got my hands on it. I told you.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that I was like, look, Owen.
Check this thing out. You were shocked that I didn't have one.
Yeah, I named it Owen. No, I didn't really, but because I would feel weird vaping on something that was named after you. I would just feel weird. And I'd have to draw a beard on it. Now that would be cool though, for you to put like a little picture of your beard on your Noisy Cricket.
Just the silhouette of it.
Yeah, I'd like to get one of me to where you had to turn it to be able to see the whole thing. But yeah, I'm totally ashamed of this. I just put huge rubber bands on these things and go. That's what I do. I just put a fucking giant rubber band on it and walk out the door. It needs that because it's a big piece of steel. I've never dropped it from like waist height. Have you ever dropped your Ranger mod or anything that you loved like that was good from like, standing height?
No.
Mm-hmm. I've only dropped my Decimus from like standing height on concrete.
Yeah.
And it survived, but I'm not kidding. Every single part disassembled. Both batteries, the door, the atomizer on top came out. No. The atomizer on top was like, it was like a lemon. It was an avocado, and it stayed together. To its credit, the avocado was like, nope, not moving. Not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
Video's still choppy.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably me because of my absolute horrible internet.
Well. I don't know what to say. All I can do is turn it down.
Let me try and... my connection.
The Skype is probably destroying my net. It's true, and Skype is just notoriously bad. Yeah, I just have to apologize for the choppiness. Then we just haven't been on air in a long time and haven't done any troubleshooting or anything. And Windows is the only operating system in the world where you can have something running and then come back a few months later and it not work.
Thank you, Windows.
That's how it is. It's very good.
Let's see if I do this.
So what about you, Owen? What are you? I think the lower light's worse. You look beautiful, though, with your cloudy craziness going on there. Hey, there's a B-Man. It's great to see you.
Yeah.
It's great to see everybody.
It is. It really is good to see everyone in this chat. Jay, Josh, Bob, Milkman, B-Man, Polish Vapes, Brett Mobby's in here for a minute, Carlos, Space Out 22, my man, what up?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I just got
Blaine.
Yeah, it's cool. I just got a Snapchat from Blaine yesterday. By the way, you can find us on Instagram. I'm JuicyJones HQ, and Owen is the long and winding OHM. And
The long and winding home.
right. And same thing on Snapchat for me, or JuicyJones on Twitter. So yeah, shout out anytime. We talk to people all the time. I hope all of you guys are doing. Tell us, what are you guys? We forgot to ask you guys because this has all been so dramatic and it's been so long. I'm so out of practice as a showman. I forgot. Tell me, what are you guys vaping on? What's going on? How are everybody? Everybody's chimed in saying hi and I'm doing great, but tell me what you guys are vaping on too. I'll tell you, the juice I'm vaping on is swag sauce. And which kind did I get? Killer Custard. That's what I'm vaping on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good. A lot of these swag sauces are good. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. I have one of those right here too. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost empty. I've got like 25% of this left. Damn it. Mad Batter is good.
Yeah, as you already know, I have like 6 or 8 bottles of swag sauce in the box.
And I'm so jealous of you. I love them. They were really nice too. They sent I ordered, like I was saying, I ordered a whole bunch of stuff for William when he contacted me after his he had to evacuate for Louisiana. So anyway, so I sent him some stuff, and one of the things I sent him was some juice from Swag Sauce, and they sent him a bunch of extra juice too. They were really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really cool. They were really, really cool and they also sent their condolences too about him passing away. They were very nice people, and the people at Swag Sauce are very nice actual people. But so anyway, I'm almost through with vaping all this junk I got, but the new one that I got I got 3 in my batch last time that I'd never tried before, and one of them is Buttercracker, which is gone. Gone. It's absolutely gone. It's like a not quite as good version of Smacks. It's like Smacks is way better than this, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Do you have any of that stuff? You probably do.
240 mils.
Yeah, I was going to say, why wouldn't you have any of that stuff? Yeah, you have similar tastes in this stuff.
Yeah, we do.
And Killer Custard, they sent me, and Chimera Phantom, and they're both good. I don't love fruit vapes, but Chimera Phantom's pretty good. And Killer Custard is good. And vanilla vapes are boring as fuck.
Yes, they are.
They're still pretty good. Pretty good.
I guess the big load is the 2 120s of Mad Batter, 2 120s of Buttercracker, 2 120s of Killer Custard, and I just finished off a 120 of Big Pimpin'. Have you tried the Big Pimpin'?
Not yet.
Dragon Fruit Bavarian Cream.
See, I'm wary of dragon fruit, but if it's good, it's good.
It's a good dragon fruit. It really is.
Good.
It's a good dragon fruit.
I'll try.
And it's not overdone. It's a good mix of the fruit. It's a good mix of the cream.
Do you know 007?
I have not tried the 007. That's on the list for the next order.
Because 007 and there's another one that's got the same description almost, but I think the ingredients are reversed or whatever. It's peanut butter, banana. They say caramel cream. Anyway, 007 is really good, I think. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm rocking my RX-23 in the 2 battery mode, and then I've got the fantastic Limitless Plus on top with my DHD drip tip.
Carlos has his Charlie's Custard on his RX200S with his theorem. That's good. That's some good shit right there. Oh, Josh reminded us to use hashtag Clouds for William on Instagram. Just take a picture of a cloud and do a hashtag Clouds for William. We all did that. It's just you don't have to do it, of course, but it's just if you want to chime in, a little tip of the hat for our buddy who passed. Looks like Neil's got his Limitless RDTA Plus and a G-Priv. Yeah. I wonder how that Ohm Nation Pink Edition is.
That G-Priv looks pretty sweet.
I'm on the fence about it. It looks pretty cool to me too. It's definitely in the right area for wattage. Like we know, the thing about Smock is that they're lying through their teeth about all wattage things. So once you accept that about them, and you understand batteries, that you can never, they're probably giving you 110, 150 watts if you're lucky. But you can get burned on that because the K-Box 200 is like 110 watt, 200 watt box. You know,
right.
it's like
Underpowered.
it's not even doing what the batteries can do. It's like, damn it, you do better on. Hey, there's Mike Bergnack. Hey, great to see you.
Let's see. There's a
But
question in the
honestly,
chat
oh good, I love questions.
from David. Says, Juicy, have you heard of a forum called Vaporium? Thoughts?
Oh, yeah, I'm not much of a forum guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much. So, oh look, that's so cute. My girlfriend just chimed in with a kiss. That's cute.
What a sweetheart.
She's in the other room, like, hopefully enjoying some coffee. Oh, you know that we live in Seattle and we're out of coffee? I'm drinking tea. Is that immoral?
No, it's an accepted substitute temporarily.
Actually, we have really good tea, so I'm happy. Because I put heavy cream in my tea, because that's how I roll. Like, actual whipping cream. I learned that from the British. They made me do it. Dude, I must say that I am... Did I already say that I'm really ashamed of how much I love my TFE8 Big Baby? Like, I'm almost finished. Like, between this and the avocado and the Limitless, I mean, what do I need? What do I need, y'all?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Because I'm vaping on the factory coils too, and I vaped on the RDTA. The RDTA, you know what I'll do is a comparison of the Big Baby and the regular TFE8, because I did a really good video on the TFE8, which you can watch on my channel if you guys haven't seen it, and with the RDA and everything. And this has a much smaller RDA in it, but it's actually still good, but it's a pain to build. I had to use Stuff Tech, where you just stuff the ends in, and you don't get to sculpt yourself a little pretty, you know, waterfall with the Marlo Thomas hair curl at the bottom. Like, you don't get to do that. You get to freaking... Anyway. But I did vape it all day, and I was like, yeah. And I actually put 70-30 in it, because I'm a dork. I put different viscosities through it just to see what happens. And I put 70-30 through it, and my build, it was kind of leaking. Not full on leaking, but like when you fill it, it would do the thing where the pressure makes it spew a little out, and then it's soaking up. It would leach a little bit of liquid over time. So I probably could have done more. I feel like I don't really have fine control over the wicking like I did on the larger version, because the larger version is a very, very easy to build deck. It's very easy to build on. So that's a downgrade. Everything else about this is an upgrade, in my opinion. It's so small and lithe. I went off on that. I'm sorry. I pressed play and didn't stop. How about my...
When it's a good tank, it's a good tank, you know?
What do you think about that RX-23?
I love it. Everything that I do in my life, vaping-wise, is 2 batteries. So
that's right.
To be able to get my hands on a Rouleau and still stick with my 2-battery lifestyle was A-okay with my book.
Audience, were we right? Is 2 batteries, 80 to 170 watts, the perfect range for vapors, including portability, carrying refills, recharging, and all that crap?
I'd agree with that statement.
Tell us what you think in the comments, and even in the comments here as well, if you're watching afterwards. And I know you guys out there have an opinion. A lot of people are 1 battery people, and that's okay too. You know, I personally, here's what I've learned about myself in the last 6 months or so, and that is that I need a real 80 watts. And that's very difficult with 1 battery.
Yes.
And I can live with a real 75 watts. And it has a lot to do with the way I build. Now, I can enjoy 50 watts with temperature control, because you get a warmer, you know, artificially, you know, it's sort of like regulated vape. It tries to keep the temperature up so it makes it warmer instead of, it tries to. I'm not saying they're all successful. So, for example, I really like my Cubus tank or whatever on this little 50 watt mod from Dovepo, the Ember, you know, like that's pretty cool. I can vape on that, but still ultimately what I crave all the time, it's still too weak for me. I still ultimately crave about 80 watts. That's why the Joytech eVic VTC is good for me. And this little 80 watt eLeaf iPower with a 5000 mAh battery is really good too for me. And and this is what I'm getting to. Sorry, here we are. We're converging on the actual point, y'all. And is it the 2 battery mod, the 2 18650 set? That voltage and the amount of life you get out of it. We all want more life, obviously. But I think it's been a sweet spot in vaping ever since they invented it.
Agreed.
And chasing 250, 300, 350, 400 watts, chasing that, to me, not interesting. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
But I want to know y'all's opinions too. So be like me and speak. Jay's got his 2.3. Let's see, there's a 10 coil one for the TFVA, Douglas is telling us. And he vapes at real high wattage. And to me, that's just too high. But I mean, like I said, I'm not the only person in the world. But yeah, 10 coils. I mean, I would have to try it, right? I haven't tried that one. I've tried the one with 8 and the one with 6. And I still like the one with 8 on about 80 watts. Because to me, it starts to feel like it's going to burn too much. I don't love that taste.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and David on Minute runs with an EVIC Mini all the time too. Like you're basically more of a 2 battery mod guy. I'm sure, or I know. I may have found I may buy just a whole ton of these in different colors when they come out. The Wismec. And it's because I'm a confident vapor. I'm going to point out the same thing I would point out to anything, that although the Noisy Cricket 2 is now a regulated device, it has safety tips and stuff, you still need to understand what you're putting on here. You can get in trouble. It has a protection that'll keep you from overvolting it or putting something on here that's 0.04, and running it on shit batteries. But it will not protect you from bad batteries. What do we learn from bad batteries, Owen?
That's where people get hurt.
Boom.
Burnt.
Exactly.
Lose teeth.
Exactly. And car floorboards and all kinds of stuff. It's dangerous. Over Thanksgiving, somebody said, oh, did you see that another vape blew up? And I was like, yeah, I have. They do it. They show that all the time. And, it's like, we just have to remind people that you have to keep your safety at the paramount of what you're doing. And so always make sure your batteries are good and fresh and new. We have lists on the Facebook group and everything of good battery sets. And James from Liquid Sky, who we haven't bragged about or said anything about today, who's amazing. And we love Liquid Sky. And I need to get more smacks, by the way. I still have one drip of smacks, so it's like my cash. But make sure your batteries are in good shape, always, no matter what you're using. If you like single battery mods, there you go.
I keep that stuff in gallon form now.
Yeah.
So good.
So somebody's talking about the G-Priv.
Yeah, G-Priv looks pretty cool. It's a legitimate touch screen.
Yeah. He's saying it's weird because you need to remember to lock the screen because you'll crank the wattage up, which I've seen mods to do that too. That makes sense. Some of us need to just get in the habit of locking our mods too. Like I forget sometimes, and it's important. Like especially with this Noisy Cricket 2, the one thing they really didn't do is make a button that is press proof. Like I'm just walking around and I'll pick up my phone and I'll hear it going. Like oh shit. All you have to do is squeeze a little and it goes.
Yeah.
So I love the light. I'm so in love with this. I'm such a fanboy of this. I'm not even a Wismec fan. Although I do think that they should have just made the 2 battery mod. That's what it is. I think that's the magic spot. Some people do need more. I need to maybe get some 10 coil or 10 coils for my TFV8.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Dre41 says he's got his TFV8 in the Alien mod. I just can't believe what a fanboy I am. I'm ashamed. I really am. I am a little disappointed. I mean, how do I articulate this? There's something about the TFV8 Big Boy that doesn't look quite as cool as the TFV8, but the TFV8 was simply too massive.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And the glass break's too easy. I went through 2 of them, and I haven't broken glass on... The only other thing I've ever broken glass on was my avocado.
Gizzard stew in the house.
Where? Oh, look. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Sport life.
Yeah. Well, and people are pointing out that where you get in trouble with two batteries is in battery life. You carrying batteries, you move to a LiPo. These are the issues. Some people really want more battery life in their hand now. Other people want portability and to be able to cache those batteries in a bag or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just looking at your Metallica shirt. Don't they have a new record out this week that I haven't listened to yet?
Last week.
Was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
You
hip.
can see it. You can go to Metallica TV on YouTube. You can see it all.
Good. I'll do it. I like Metallica now because they finally learned to respect their fans. Because for years and years they were at war with their fans for wanting their music. They're so tone deaf. They had to go to psychiatrists for 10 years. There's a documentary about this with Metallica and psychiatrists, and they finally did. And they all learned they should love each other and they should love the fans. And now they do. And now they spend a lot of money on great media stuff and movies and junk, and they put it on the web. So they had bad advisors. I honestly don't think that they're any dumber than anybody else anywhere. They just had people telling them the wrong thing. Like, you got to fight this. Like, come on, really?
I truly believe by bringing on a newer, younger member like Robert Trujillo,
who's so cool,
opens up the thought processes again for the guys that have been doing the same thing for the past 25 years, 22, 23 years at that time when he joined, so that's good, fresh life being added to that band.
You're right. That's very interesting. I'm sure you're right about that. And he's super, super awesome anyway, obviously.
Lars was a dick for a minute, David. That's very true. But strangely enough,
he
Lars
is kind of a weirdo, but whatever.
When he attacked Napster, they literally 2 weeks ago, they added the entire Metallica discography to the Napster list, which is kind of strange. And
yeah,
good morning, Kay.
Those guys didn't get it. Hey, K-Vapes, it's great to see you. Those guys did not get it. They did not get it. They had no clue. They were completely tone deaf. This is bad advice. They were sort of caught in some kind of like echo chamber telling them the wrong thing. Look what Radiohead did. It's like, we leaked our album. And then you could buy it for $10 from them on MP3 on their website. This is like 2004. Like, those guys are insane. They were way ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold. That's what Gizzard Stew said. It's cold.
It is cold. I got my ski jacket out this morning.
You did? David Amonette makes a point about, just going back to what we were saying about single battery Mazda. He thinks that battery tech is going to make him in fashion more. And that's what we thought last year. This time we thought 26650 was going to take over this year, right? It's going to be at least 2 or 3 more years, we learned.
Honestly, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, why? First of all, with LiPos coming, and there'll be LiPos in the same form factor as these soon, and even smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good question. I was just going to go. I don't have to retrieve this, but I've got my huge puffy duck down jacket over here too. I pulled it out, but it's not cold like y'all here.
Right.
It's like 50 here. That's our idea of cold. 42. Don't make it cold.
We're just below that right about now. We're in the high 30s, real early 40s.
Whoa. Wow, that is cold.
Well, as that wind comes across the country and it hits this side of Michigan, okay, I'm living down here in Detroit. The airflows pop open and then come back together after they get past us. So we miss a lot of the really bad weather. But the chill from the wind is always just a little bit worse.
Oh my God!
So, but I like to call it the tornado prevention device. I'm
that's
40
true.
40 years old. I've never seen a single tornado in my district. Knock on wood. So I can't complain. But
I think there's even been a tornado in Seattle. We had a lot of tornadoes in North Texas, where I grew up. A lot. It was scary.
Yeah, Carlos says it's cold in Florida at 76.
Ooh, man.
Right.
Wow.
You can go outside and see anybody who's from Michigan walking around in a t-shirt.
You have to start putting a t-shirt on now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always 40 degrees. 40 to 60 here, always.
Right.
except for a few months here and there.
I agree with Dawn.
Yeah.
40's too hot or 80's too hot, 40's too cold.
Yeah. I like to wear a sweater all the time if I can. It's my favorite weather. Sweater and vape. I just realized that I'm not vaping Killer Custard in this. What's in here is the very last of my Blue Samurai.
Ooh, I had the Blue Samurai on my last shipment. I loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. This one it's a little mild for me, so I wasn't crazy about it, but it's good. It's like especially in the morning. It's like a blue fruit vape. Blue fruit. And David says he's been in 4 major tornadoes. That is some scary stuff. Scary stuff.
Right? And Kay lives on the island,
That's not
so
even fair.
she enjoys wonderful weather every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Who needs a weather app in Hawaii? Like, I want to be the weatherman in Hawaii. Open the window. Yep, man. It's gonna be nice, man. It's raining pretty soon, man. I would have to practice my Jamaican accent because I could be like,
Right?
could be
Become
living
the local.
on the wrong island. Well, no, I'd be on the wrong island, definitely. But I thought it would be insulting to try to make a Hawaiian accent because I have no idea what that is. I just don't want to do that. It'd be awful. Because they said Hawaii's an island and makes that hilarious emote of crazy.
Well, if you want to be technical, Hawaii's actually a handful of islands.
That's true. I saw a science show that showed how Hawaii was formed of the Earth rotating and then the spew of the crust coming up and poking holes as the Earth's crust rotates, and that's what makes that chain of islands. It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm sorry we've had problems with the frame rate and stuff like that. You know, it happens, and what I'll do is I actually have a friend coming over later today, and we're going to work on some topology of the networks and stuff. And because I'm going to start doing some game casting, and I think I'm going to reconfigure this to do the encoding a different way. I think I'm actually going to start doing all of this differently-ish. Maybe. So, anyway.
How long are you planning to go on?
What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. It depends on, let me check our time and see how we're doing. I was planning on going for an hour, and what has it been? About 40
an
minutes?
hour almost.
Yeah. So we should wrap it up pretty soon. Because I do have friends coming over, and we're going to go have breakfast here.
Yeah. Before you decide to hang it up, I want to separate our Skype call and see if that bumps the frame rates back up, because I'm really starting to believe that it's on my end and it's slowing you down.
Sure, we'll see. That's fine.
So, yeah, what games are you going to be casting?
I think The Division, maybe some Divinity, because Divinity 2 is coming out. Anything I want to, really. I'm not a very trendy person with games, although I am. I've played all of them. I like RPGs. And I've just been talking with my friend Chris, CW Knight, for years about doing a gaming channel, and we haven't done anything, and I just think we should, because you know, it's like we play games all the time anyway, and I don't know anything about how to do the topology or how to do the actual planning or whatever, of how to get it on YouTube, but we have all kinds of sophisticated discussions about gaming and game design and what's fun, and you know, we play lots of games, and we just have a good time. So I love communities too, so we're just going to think about it. And I realized that to broadcast gaming, I'm going to need to do it on a different computer and play the game on this one and put the cameras and stuff on that one, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out yet. You can tell by asking from that answer. Yeah, and Josh says, hell yeah, start a gaming channel. Yeah, we're going to. So it's going to be kind of like, I'll be vaping the whole time I'm gaming too. And I don't know. I actually, I know that we're going to play, I mean, mainly, that's a good question. I don't know whether I should just play single player games or multiplayer games, or what. I play them all. I play a lot of MMOs like Star Wars and WoW. And you know, I've played Rift before. Like you noticed my sweatshirt that I played. Do you still play that?
No. Currently, I'm playing Terra Online and Guild Wars 2.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're really playing the old school games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're old school by today's standards.
Yeah.
They're middle school. That's what they are.
Yeah, I like the controlling that they do in those in comparison to like WoW and that nature, where you actually have to
They're definitely similar.
tap a key to highlight.
Yeah, you don't like
target.
targeting.
Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't feel the need. You know, I should just point my character at that monster and kill it.
Yeah. There's not tons of MMOs like that. In fact, you were playing the two like that. There have been more actually. Like there was one called Spellborn that was kind of cool, and Chronicles of Spellborn. But anyway, that's cool. You can play that with a gamepad, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about that game.
Mm-hmm.
I like targeting because I come from the old, I come from the like old CRPG and JRPG tradition of like things being either turn-based or things being very complicated. You know what I mean? And so like I'm not saying I want that now. You know what I mean? I'm not making a case for hard games. I mean that's where I come from. The older I get, the easier I want shit because I'm fucking out of time. I've played more role-playing games than almost anyone else has ever heard of, and that's a fact because computers. I was playing pen and paper games, and then computer games were invented, and I didn't stop. So,
Right.
you know, I kept on playing. And so it's one of the reasons we want to do a channel is because I love role-playing games, and I love playing them and going through and seeing the stories and stuff, and I just find it very enjoyable. And there's a lot of sandboxy stuff, like Divinity Original Sin 2 is coming out, and Divinity Original Sin is like an isometric role-playing game. Now, you're familiar with that, where you can do almost anything. They don't have, you know, you can kill every single person in the game and ruin your own plots. You can like steal anything as long as they don't see you. You know, like you can do anything you want in the game. And they've really fulfilled the promise of that. And the next version will have a creator in it that'll allow you to make your own levels and shit. And so it's going to be really fun. So we're going to do that multiplayer online for sure. But we've been playing Tom Clancy's The Division, and that was on sale, and it's amazing. Have you ever tried that game?
No. Is it a console?
It is. No, I'm a PC Master Race person. I don't like console games. But I played with the gamepad. But that game, it doesnn't require it. It's keyboard and mouse or gamepad. But Tom Clancy's The Division, I recommend you look into it. It is a loot and shoot game, right? Like Diablo, except it isn't like Diablo. It's a third-person shooter like Call of Duty. No, I'm sorry, like Destiny or Gears of War. So the closest thing to this game structure-wise is Destiny, because you have hubs and you meet up with your friends and stuff, and then you go do these missions. But it's way more fun than Destiny. And the thing that makes it great is that they built half of Manhattan Island. That's where the game is set. You're on Manhattan Island, and the care that they took to create this environment is insane. I've only seen, I mean, it's impossible to find anything repeated on the street. It is all perfectly tweaked. You can walk through buildings, not every building, but a ton of them. And anyway, it's an amazing game. And it's a cover shooter, third person, so it's really fun. You get it's only got 3 stats. If people like stuff like that, they should check out The Division. It's fun. And the game's about moments. Like we have a lot of moments where we're like, oh my God, I can't believe we did that. You know, it makes you feel cool.
Yeah.
God, I see Gizzard Stew says he's going to have eggs and bacon. Damn, I want that. I just realized I totally went off on those 2 games, but that's been on my mind. I probably talked about that for 30 minutes.
The last shooter game I played was Unreal Tournament 2003.
Oh, that's a long time ago. This isn't a game like that. This isn't a first-person shooter.
Right.
I hate those games. I have a history with those games because I've played more of those games than anyone else ever has too. Because our design company did the design work for Quake 3 and all that stuff. So that was our customer. And it's so funny because somebody made a comment on one of my videos about how somebody would always pick a Ferrari over a Viper. And I was thinking like, oh my God, you've never driven either of those cars. Like, obviously, if you think that that's automatically true, I know plenty of guys who picked the Viper. They used to be our clients. You drive up to id Software where they did Quake and all that and Wolfenstein. And
Quake was awesome.
It was Ferrari, Viper, Ferrari, Viper, Viper. I'm not joking. And
No?
no, and John Carmack gave away his Ferrari for the first annual like QuakeCon or whatever, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's the slow one. It's fine." That's what he said. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm giving it away. It's the slow one. I'm gonna get another one." So no, people do not automatically choose a Ferrari or a Viper. Believe me. And they would sit there and we would go to the track. Like you can they had a buddy at the track and they had Sundays or whatever. You could go and race your Celica or whatever, and they would have their Ferraris and Vipers, and then we would go with the wives, with the Celicas and the Civics and the Accords and all that stuff, and go around the track. It's pretty fun.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the stream is just jank today. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm like I said before, I'm pretty sure it's my fault.
Oh, well, let's sign out then, and then you can leave first, and then I'll just talk for a minute and sign out, and we'll see if it improves after that.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I will ring you later.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you, by the way, and it's great to see you. There we go. All right, you guys, we'll see if that works a little bit better. So we're gonna head out here pretty soon, and I'll see you guys pretty soon. I don't know when exactly I'm gonna do it, but I'm hoping on Wednesdays to do Vape AM again, and at the very least every Saturday, Vaping Dawn at Dusk right here. I love all you guys. I love vaping. I hope you guys have a great Saturday and be nice and vape on.